Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for June the 25th through July the 8th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, or have another significant Aquarius placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this channel or like this video, please subscribe. Please hit the note. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to continue to get these videos. In addition to tarot videos, I have a daily morning coffee with Breege, and I upload those different points during the day. It is on Instagram. I do it live 6:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and then I will upload the archives here. And I also am doing my Azrael channelings once a week, and I will be uploading those as well. There's 4 videos now, plus an introduction. So yeah, if you want to check any of this material out, definitely subscribe, and so you can keep abreast of it. And then I also, in the description box, have a link to my website, transitionlifecoaching.net, and also to my social media, so you can see what kind of services I offer, in addition to my regular spiritual coaching and transition services, which includes my regular spiritual coaching does include tarot, it includes astrology, human design, things like that. I'm also a Reiki master, and recently I have been trained in Rahani, and I'm now offering Rahani on my site as well. Rahani Celestial Healing, which is absolutely astonishing. So yeah, so check out the link in the description box below to learn more about all of that. Okay, so our reading, we're going to start with Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, which is this deck here, and then I'm going to clarify with the Osho Zen Tarot, and we'll end with a card pull from the Secret Language of Light deck. So okay, so it seems like money's coming in for you, Aquarius. We've got Earth here in the second house, so that's a very good omen. If money has been, whether your money is good or bad, I mean, it's certainly good to see that there's definitely money coming in. So there may be questions about that when that comes up. Now, there seems to be something about a relationship here for some of you. I feel like if you're not in a relationship now, there definitely seems to be this idea of a new relationship. So yeah, there definitely seems to be this idea of a new relationship coming in, and perhaps somebody that is like a secret admirer, maybe somebody you don't know, or maybe just a meeting with somebody that's going to come out of the blue with Urias here. So yeah, there definitely seems like there's something here that is going to be very much unexpected. If you're already in a relationship, now I don't know, for some people, even if they've been in a relationship, maybe they're going to be seeking a new one. Even if it's a serious relationship, or this could be, there could be just a change in your existing relationship. Scarab can come up when we are experiencing changes. I mean, generally scarab is a positive change. Sometimes it can represent an ending, but I think this is more about just either a totally new relationship or a new beginning within an existing one. And we've got winged disc here in the 8th house, so I definitely feel like there's been some achievement, like overcoming some kind of obstacles, whether it be financially or otherwise, because this is also a house of joint finances. But there seems to be something here where perhaps some kind of you are definitely moving towards a point of achievement and overcoming obstacles and having success in something. And this is in your house of transformation. So if you've been going through some challenging times, this definitely bodes well for you being able to overcome whatever that is. Now, in terms of your work, this is interesting because we have Hathor in the 10th house and we have fire over here. So this could be you working hard. This could be you, with Hathor, when I look at these two together, if they have to do with work, then it would be suggesting to me that you are in a spot where you are maybe trying to decide what stays and what goes. There's a sense of getting organized, getting things together, lighting a fire, getting something going. So maybe this is more action being taken, maybe in a job situation that has been very, very passive lately, or just not moving. This can also be about burning up the rubbish, so to speak. So clearing your space, getting rid of things that no longer serve you. This is also, the 6th house is also a house of health and healing, and it can also be a house of worry. So you can take it as it resonates for you here. But fire is definitely about this idea of being inspired, like having a fire lit. If your energy level's been low, then fire is definitely a sign that you're going to get very, very energized and very motivated. And Hathor here in the 10th house could just be about being organized, being efficient, For business, Hathor in the 10th house is usually a sign of somebody who is just very efficient and organized. It can have to do with feminine related careers, because Hathor is a very strongly female card. So things that we would associate with Venus, aesthetics, makeup, hairdressing, sewing or fashion, anything like having to do with massage or spa type stuff. Or just beauty or luxury, anything having to do with that, like any career connected to that, are all possible, but not necessary. I mean, Hathor can show up here, and that doesn't necessarily what it means, what it is. Some of you might be astrologers too, because Hathor does cover esoteric astrology. But it doesn't have to be an actual career choice. It can be you getting things together and organized. It can also indicate a female person coming in who might be helpful to you, or might be somebody who is pivotal in some way to the work that you're doing. We're going to clarify with the tarot card, so we'll see what else might come up there. Definitely seems to be something with regard to a hope or wish where it's telling you to wait and see what's going to happen. So there may be, if you're working towards certain goals, I mean, it does certainly seem like you're going to get there, but if it's not feeling like that right now, I mean, again, we do have this energy of something unexpected coming in. Actually, this is interesting because I'm looking at Sphinx and Urias in these two houses that are opposite each other. And they're both cards of secrecy, surprises to some degree, or just the unexpected. So this may suggest to me that there could be a friend for some of you who actually has been watching you and maybe is interested, maybe is keeping it secret, not saying anything to you right now, but is actually potentially could become a lover, could surprise you with something. I mean, again, this is if you're single. But the other meaning of this here, this is again house of your potentially, in addition to your friendships, this is a house of goals and what you're trying to manifest. So Sphinx here is more of a card of waiting and seeing, because it seems like there's more to be revealed about a situation. Yeah, in your first house, in terms of how you're presenting to people, I mean, Bastet seems to indicate that you're presenting as somebody who's happy, somebody who's social, has friends, is kind of putting themselves out there. Definitely strongly intuitive card as well, and definitely and definitely this is a card of somebody who's healed or who is going through a healing process as well. But yeah, very, very friendly kind of energy, and the energy of someone who is recognized for what they're doing. With Hathor, I mean, if this is for a female, it could be that you're just very recognized for your beauty or something. There's a, I mean, you could say that for a male too, but there's a strong feminine energy to that. So that could apply in that case. So you can take that as it resonates too, regardless of gender. But, and we've got this, okay, there seems to be work here. There's some kind of work or something that you're kind of working through. This could have to do with, if you're planning on a long trip, this could indicate that there may be, a few obstacles to endure on that trip. I mean, nothing that you can't deal with or overcome, but sometimes this just brings a few bumps in the road. Nothing life-threatening, or nothing, that's going to cause like a massive delay, but just some things that might just be, a little bit tedious or annoying. This can also just indicate, though, that you are working on expanding your mind and your vision. You could be going back to school. You could be exploring a new spiritual path. That's the other possibility when we see a Sirius here in the 9th house. Let's see what else we have here. We have Thoth down in the 4th house. This is a very strongly karmic thing. So there may be karmic things coming up or maybe even legal matters too sometimes with Thoth. But this has to do with family and ancestral ties. So I don't know if there's certain karmic patterns that are presenting themselves, or certain things that are looking to be abolished or dealt with. Twins in the 3rd house, this is definitely a card of communication here. So again, this is communication with a lover, with or a potential lover, a very close friend, a business partner. There's definitely an element of partnership here. This can be a house of self-employment. So maybe some of you are planning on getting into business with a partner or with somebody else. Or this could be just that you have some kind of communication here of significance with somebody. And again, seeing the Sphinx, Urias, and Scarab, maybe this is a communication for some of you that's leading towards a new relationship. Overall, you have the air card, so there's definitely this sense of things moving and changing. If things have felt stagnant for you, Aquarius, then this is definitely a sense of movement that we see here. And also a sense of kind of detaching, taking a step back from things. Just so you don't, not trying to look at things from a less emotional point of view, and trying to make sure you're seeing things as they are. That that sense of detachment that doesn't let us just shoot from the hip and make kind of knee-jerk decisions or what's going on. But overall, definitely an omen of change and definitely an omen of communication. So let's see what how we can clarify these. Okay, so this is for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay, so interesting. Okay, in our first house, okay, so we have the morality card. So this is about kind of being perfectionist, maybe having very high standards for something. Morality sometimes can indicate that maybe we're a little too judgy in some situations, or maybe we just kind of need to lighten up on people, because we do have the abundance card here, and this is really about, this is the King of Pentacles. So again, you may be displaying this abundant attitude, but you may also have very, very high standards for people and situations. This is the Zorba the Buddha guy, so he's basically somebody who's very spiritual, but also lives in the world at the same time. So, but I don't know. I feel like here it's kind of like, you know, drop judgments and just recognize abundance wherever you see it, and allow yourself to, you know, perhaps enjoy it and enjoy any kind of recognition or attention that you might be getting right now. Okay, with the Earth card, we have the Four of Swords. So this is the postponement card. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is, now sometimes this can have to do, again, I mentioned something about healing or healing work. I mean, Hathor, I guess, could have to do with certain aspects of that maybe. But this does definitely seems to be the idea of, or maybe just missing the positive here and only focusing on the negative when it comes to your finances and so forth. So I think there's definitely a sense of here of not postponing, of moving forward with something, of, you know, focusing on all the opportunities and the good things you have and not on what you're lacking. Sometimes this can also just indicate a need for somebody to take a break, or maybe somebody who's just coming out of a period of taking a break. But whatever it is, I mean, you're moving into something where your finances are going to be stable and you're going to be financially successful. Okay. So now our third house here, we have the isolation card and the past lives card. Okay, so Three of Swords and the Moon with the twins here. So this is interesting because this is a card of feeling isolated and cut off, and maybe this feeling we have of being cut off is a past life thing, or at least maybe it could even be from this life, but there's definitely some kind of past trauma that maybe there could be a situation with someone where maybe we feel like we're alone. But I don't know, with the twins here, I feel like we're not actually alone. Maybe there's been a perception of this, and maybe there's been an unsurety about a situation and where it's going, whether this has to do with business or a business partnership, or whether this is somebody, again, I'm seeing this new love possibility here, whether it has to do with that. So take it as it resonates. But there's, you know, there seems to be this sense of breaking out of isolation and not letting the past dictate the present in terms of partnerships or people that you are speaking with. Some of my cards have flipped over here, so I just want to make sure I have everything going the right way. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Okay, fourth house. Okay, we have the guidance card. So you have Thoth in the fourth house. This is your house of not only family stuff, but also of security in your home. And again, Thoth has a very strong karmic vibe. Sometimes it has to do with karmic good turns. The guidance card here definitely suggests that you are receiving some kind of guidance. Now, the Three of Pentacles, this seems to imply more spiritual guidance here, or this could even be your own inner voice guiding you. But there seems to be I feel like there's a push towards resolving some kind of an ancestral issue, or that you're being guided to handle something like that in a certain way. And this is an instance of what we would think of as a good karma, because Thoth here would indicate somebody either doing you a good turn or you being rewarded for some kind of an action that you're taking. But I feel very strongly like this is with regard to family stuff. I would say, as a piece of advice, it's saying listen to your inner guidance with regard to any kinds of issues with home or family here. Okay, here we have, with Urias, we have ripeness and clinging to the past. So, okay, I feel like perhaps you are somebody, if you are single, who has been in a situation where you've been hurt in the past, and maybe now you're just relishing your single state with the Nine of Pentacles. But Urias says to me that something's coming in, something you're not expecting. So if you have been somewhat happily single for a while, well, maybe you're happy being single, but you still may be clinging to this past hurt. this would be saying to me that maybe something unexpected is going to come in. Maybe love's going to throw you a curveball. 1 + 8 is 9, and we do have the number 9 here, so I don't know. I'm feeling like September might be significant for some of you. But, I mean, again, it may or may not, take it as it resonates. But, yeah, but I feel like there's some situation for those of you who are single where you are... and again, if you're already married or if you're in a relationship, this could have to do with a creative venture, could have to do with something with a child. Whatever it is, there's been some kind of past hurt and some kind of determination to either retain the present, or maybe there's a ripeness to move beyond the past here. But something's going to come in unexpectedly to kind of bring that situation to an end. Okay. Moving on to our next. Okay. It's interesting. We've got the receptivity card, which is the Queen of Cups, along with fire. So you've got fire and water here, which is very alchemical, very more Sagittarius type energy. But yeah, so the fact that receptivity is coming up here, this seems to indicate that you need to open up, be vulnerable, and allow this kind of inspiration in that you're getting. I feel like this is a very strong inspiration, and that just like you have this guidance card here, you're being guided to do something that is going to really, be helpful to you, to help you resolve problems, to resolve worries, anything that has been, again, whether it has to do with health, whether it has to do with a job, but whatever it is, it's saying to be open and be vulnerable. Don't worry about whether you're going to make mistakes or not. Just be open to what's coming in right now, because I feel like there's some very strong inspiration coming in for you with regard to something, how to solve something that's concerned you. Okay, we have the King of Wands, the Creator card, a King of Fire, with Scarab. So for some of you, this could be a new relationship with someone who's either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, because this is strong fire energy. Or it could just be a new creative partnership with somebody. There could just be somebody who is, the King of Wands is somebody who very much has their act together, who gets what they want, who is very ambitious. So take it as it resonates, but that could either be a business partnership, or that could be a new relationship, or maybe the relationship you're in now, maybe your partner is going to have somebody, a creative partner of some kind. So yeah, so all those things are possible, but there's definitely strong Aries energy in connection with this new relationship or new start in a relationship. Okay, so we have the new vision card in the 8th house. So this is the Hanged Man, and yeah, so we've got the winged disc here. There's the idea of sacrifice or being able to see something in all of its dimensions. This is about gaining a new perspective. And the winged disc seems to indicate that taking this new perspective and maybe giving something up even, because the Hanged Man often means we have to drop old attitudes or maybe goals or just certain things, and in order for us to have this success here. But success is definitely coming in. So whatever you give up here is going to definitely be replaced by something greater. If I go to this one, okay, we have the Nothingness card, which is also the Hierophant here with Sirius in the 9th house. So Hierophant traditionally is a card of someone who's a spiritual mentor or somebody who is a spiritual authority of some kind. So and Nothingness in this deck could indicate is more like being in the gap, like you're not really sure what comes next. And this is the house of expansion, so I don't know if recently you've learned something, or if maybe you've had a crisis of faith for some of you, or just a change in belief, and maybe right now you feel like you're in the gap. But Sirius is kind of like you're exercising these mental muscles, so to speak, and you will eventually end up in the new space. But right now you may be in this in-between space where you feel like you're being challenged a little bit. But Sirius definitely is like, it has an element of the strength card, like have courage and keep an open mind to whatever's going on. Hathor here we have, this is with the Death card with transformation. So there definitely seems to be a change that's going on the career front, and in order for you to, or maybe there's an ending in something. So right now, whatever's ended, I feel like you are in a space where you are trying to get organized here. And again, move through to whatever this new situation is that maybe seems very, very uncertain right now. And maybe things feel a little bit scary. If we look at Sphinx in the 11th house, okay, we have the Rebirth card and Beyond Illusion, okay? So we have the Ten of Swords with Judgment, with the Sphinx. So yeah, I think there is something with regarding to your wishes or goals that has come to an end. And, you know, and you are getting ready to move. Again, with the no-thingness and the transformation, you're definitely getting ready to move into a new space here. And you definitely are being called to something new. And I think because of that, whatever plans you may have now, like I said, there may be a sacrifice of current plans, but this is telling you to wait and wait for information to come in, because whatever's changing or transforming here, you're going to be called to do something new here. And this may put an end to some things from the past, but it will be a positive ending. It'll be an ending where even if you're letting go with something that you've identified with for a long time, the space you're moving into is going to be so much better. And more in line with the person that you are and what you need, you know, what you need to become. And then the 12th house with this Isis energy. Yeah, I don't think I talked about this one. This is Pisces energy, and Isis generally indicates situations where we have to be patient, where we have to be nurturing of ourselves, certainly, and a little bit vulnerable. Let's see what we have as our extra card here. Okay, we have the Intensity card and the Master card. So this means unconsciously, yeah, this is a little bit like the Guidance card. There is definitely something. The Master is just generally the one who is, you know, who knows, whether you want to think of this as an ascended master, whether you have a guru, whether you just want to think of this as some aspect of your higher self, whatever it is, there's something guiding you here. And the directions you're being pushed in, the obstacles you're facing are because you need to move in a new direction. And with the Intensity card, this is saying, you know, but you may be rushing around. You may have an excess of energy. This may be making you anxious to some degree. We have the Fire card straight across. So I feel like there's a lot of inspiration here, and maybe you feel like you're a bit unstoppable at the moment, but there's definitely a need to maybe slow down and balance things out a little bit, especially with receptivity across here. But I feel like you're being driven to action in some way with something. And that's, whether you always show that to people or not, that is kind of what's going on. And overall, okay, you have the Air card. Okay, and we have it with the Seven of Swords, which is the Politics card. So this may indicate that you maybe have been in a space where maybe you've been self-sabotaging, maybe you've been doubting yourself, maybe things are not clear, maybe you feel like other people are sabotaging you, or maybe you feel like you have to get information indirectly, like things aren't directly clear. But air definitely indicates clear communication. It does say taking a step back from things to look at things clearly and from a clear point of view. And I do think, and also just detaching emotionally from something. So I think you may be, and this is what a lot of people do get into, as they're moving into new beginnings, you may be in a space, a little bit of a space of self-sabotage for yourself, whether it has to do with relationships or work or career, or whatever it is your goals are that you're moving towards right now. It does seem like there's going to be changes coming in, very, very good changes. So, yeah, so let's see here what we've got. Let's pull a Secret Language of Light card. This is for Aquarius for June 25th through July 8th, 2024. There we go. Okay, the card is number 42, Inward Revolution. And I'll read to you what that means. Okay. All right. You are always moving forward even when you feel like you are going backward. Your path may seem to go up and down or inward and outward. The spiral is a symbol of your soul journey. It represents a cyclical adventure into your heart center. You will continually revisit aspects of your life to bring you to deeper understanding. Difficulties and challenges can command a greater focus as they help to build a bigger and better dreams and desires. Each cycle of life is an important stepping stone that expands into the next. Your life will only feel authentic when you come to your own conclusions. An inward revolution will open you to the wisdom of your soul. It is a path we must all take to truly know and love ourselves. From this place, we move outward, back into the world, empowered with our soul's wisdom. You are worthy of all you desire, no matter where you are in your spiral. Okay, so I think that makes a lot of sense. It definitely seems like there's some areas where we're changing, some areas maybe where we're in doubt, or maybe areas where we can't see clearly. But, you know, like the spiral, there's going to be kind of good days, bad days, ups and downs, but you are definitely moving towards your goal. So I think that's a great summary card for this week. Thank you so much for watching, Aquarius. Again, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss these videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.